Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey, Gemini. Welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I am Aja A. This is actually your September monthly tarot forecast. Yes. I am back in business. Before we get started, as I mentioned, this video is, I just see this red juice spilling everywhere. This video is for the Gemini suns, moons, and rising. So if you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I will have linked down below in the description box, okay? Gonna plug myself real quick before we get started because I am back. I have hella videos that you guys should be watching or that I'd like you to watch. That should be, I would like for you to watch. We are now in September, so that September pick a card spread or pick a card reading is up. We just had the Leo new moon and we are still in the Leo lunar cycle, so that energy is very much so still relevant. That video is linked down below as well. We also just had a Pisces full moon, and that video is linked down below as well. And we are in the middle of the retrograde cluster still. Yes, still. We were there before I took my little hiatus, and we are still there now that I am back. And I have a playlist with all of the current retrograde videos linked down below in the description box as well. Okay? There is my shameless plug. This is going to be your typical 4-card tarot reading looking at the overall energy that's coming up for you during the month of September, or the energies that you should be tapping into during this month. Any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing as we are in Virgo season, looking at where you need to Virgo down and reanalyze or reorganize, rework some things within your lives, okay? And as always, a quick little soul message. I don't know what kind of accent that was. A quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this reading, okay? So yeah, Gemini, let's just go on and get started. The first card that you've got here in your spread is the 12th house. And in true Gemini energy, this card is reading in one of two ways. I'm picking up more so on the second way, but I am going to touch on the first way first. So the 12th house is associated with dreams and spirit, and it's the house of the subconscious. It's the house where, you know, you go beyond the veil. So for some of you Geminis, you may be in a space to where you are just really kicking it into gear and really tapping into your higher calling, your higher purpose right now. And that could be some sort of art, some sort of creative something. We did just have the Pisces full moon and creative. I want to say creativity so bad, so I'm going to say the sentence like this. Now I want to say creativity is at the forefront right now. And it seems like it could very much so be for you Geminis as well with this card. Now, the energy that I am really picking up on with this 12th house card is sometimes when we talk about the 12th house, we talk about an escape, which is literally listed right here on the card. Talk about going into either the spirit realm, into our higher selves, or going into the lowest part of the self, what some would consider the darkest night of the soul, right? I pick up on the sense that Gemini, some of you for the month of September, you may be in a space to where you have a higher calling. You have something that you know you're supposed to be doing, something that you are in alignment with, something that, you know, would make your heart beat, would make you happy, but you are in a headspace. And I'm going to say a headspace because Gemini, you are an air sign and you resonate with a very mental energy. And we are also in Virgo season, which is also ruled by Mercury, just like you. So there is that intellectual influence happening here during the month of September, but I do pick up on the sense that something is weighing heavy on your minds, Gemini, and I would go so far as to say your hearts too. With the numerology on this card has the number 36 attached to it, so that breaks down into 9, right? And I'm gonna really go into the numerology on this one. It starts with 3 and 6, so you've got this energy of trying to lay foundations, really manifesting your future, manifesting the life you want to live, living your best life. And you've also got trying to build upon these manifestations with that number 6, trying to really grow upon them and really solidify your foundation and grow upon it, build upon it, right? Breaking down into 9, you've got this energy of wrapping things up, this energy of ascension, moving into a new space, moving into a new chapter, moving into a new energy. But with this 12th house energy here, I get that there's a heaviness associated with whatever it is that you want to come into. There's some sort of component to this situation or to this occurrence or to this relationship or to this job that really does not sit well with you, and it really brings your energy down, okay? And so with that being said, the 12th house, although it can be an escape into, like I said, the lowest of the lows, while you are there, you also have the ability, since you're kicking it in the 12th house, you have the ability to see what the highest of your highs look like and try to align yourself with that, okay? That's as far as I'm going to go with that card, because to give you more detail, I do have to talk about this crossing card. You've got the Chariot card in your crossing position. And now, although the Chariot card is not associated with Gemini, I'm a Cancer. So when I read with this card, the Chariot card is associated with Cancer. So when I read or when I pull the Chariot card, my first message is the self. So for you guys, I've got the self crossing your escape. So that literally sounds like there's something that you need to get out of. There's something that you need to shift your way out of, something that you need to put an end to because it's bringing you down. But for some reason, Gemini, you're like, no, but I need this to make sure that this works, whatever that means. Sometimes, and I've been saying this a lot, and I guess this is the energy for a lot of people right now. We talk about having a seat at the table, right? We talk about, oh, coming to the table, coming to the function. Well, you're not going to sit and eat the same meal at the same table the whole day. You're going to get up, you're going to move, going to do some other stuff. You're going to come back, probably be at another table with a completely different meal. Just because you had this person at this table at one point in time and they contributed to, or you had this situation at this table at one point in time and it contributed to whatever you've got going on now, you have to understand that life is ever changing. So you have gotten up, you have mixed and mingled, and now you're going on to have lunch, okay? That person or that situation may not necessarily have a space at this table. So this crossing card, crossing the 12th house position, is really telling me that Gemini, sorry, my nose is itching. My Grammy says, when your nose is itching, somebody wants to kiss you and show yourself, okay? Where you at? Because it's finna get cold. It's cuffing season. This Chariot card, this self card, this strength of the self card, that's really what the Chariot comes through with when it's in an upright position, really persevering through some sort of difficult situation, especially. It's crossing what you need to get out of. So Gemini, whatever you're attached to it or whatever you're thinking is truly going to contribute to whatever you got going on, or whatever you're thinking is going to change, whatever you're thinking is going to get fixed, it's not. You really need to focus on the self right now. Turn this Chariot card, this crossing Chariot energy, into an upright position, okay? And really put your energy into persevering whatever it is that has you feeling this dense, has you feeling this low. Do the work, release the things, do whatever it is that you got to do in order to move yourself into a space where you can again experience the highest, the highest of the highs of this card, okay, of this 12th house energy. You don't want to, I say this a lot, you don't want to block your own blessings. Oftentimes when we have new spaces to come into and when we have opportunities that are being presented to us, we're like, oh my gosh, it's not working, it's not happening, the things aren't working out how I want them to work out, and we don't realize that that's happening because we are literally the person putting our foot in the door that we need to close, okay? Move your foot out the door, Gemini. Understand that once the door is closed, I mean, like, you know where it's at. If you really want to go back there and open it up and see what's popping, you can do that. Right now, the door needs to close. You need to release this dense energy. You need to get rid of whatever this is. Let it go, okay? Ooh, okay. So I pulled y'all's cards, and honestly, I was really just looking at the 12th house energy, and I was trying to figure out this nature card. So I shuffle cards right before I start the video. I pull them, and I look at them for maybe like 10 seconds, and then I hit record. So like I pulled your cards, and I was looking at this like, wow, that's a lot. And then you have the nature card in your last position, which I'll get to in a little bit. But I honestly did not look at your middle card, and I keep it real in my reading. So if you're not with the real, you probably still shouldn't be watching this video because we've been keeping it real here. But you know, if you can't handle anything else, Click out now. You got the Tower in where you need to Virgo down, which is interesting to say you need to give in to Tower energy, but that's literally what's happening here. When the Tower card comes up, it symbolizes this space, this occurrence, this time where the rug is literally going to be pulled out from under you, and you're gonna have to find your footing. Like it's like this rug is covering this freshly polished wooden floor, and all of a sudden the person that laid it is like, actually, I want this back, right? So as they pull the rug, you're getting tossed in the air and you're about to come down onto this slippery ass, waxy wooden floor, and you have to find your footing before you bust your ass. Okay, Gemini, that's the analogy for the energy happening here. You don't want to let go. And I've said that, and I keep saying that, and you know, it's funny the way that energy works. Typically when I do these readings and I lay the cards back down, because I've already talked about turning them into an upright position, I lay them down like this, but I did lay them back down like this, which does symbolize, Gemini, whatever it is that you're holding on to, you really don't want to let go of. And I get the sense that it may not necessarily be a strong emotional investment, but there's this aspect of, it is supposed to be like this, so it needs to be like this. But Gemini, the best way to make God laugh is to tell him your plans. Whatever you are in, baby Geminis, you just in it. If this person don't want to be in it, or if this situation is starting to crumble, it doesn't make sense for you to try to go and pick up the pieces of something that's shattered, because you can't put that back together. How? Why would you waste your time doing so? Focus on dealing with what you got going on and pulling yourself out of that. But I did it again. Your crossing card is the Chariot, the self. You really don't want to make that move, whatever that move may be. But you got the Tower card and where you need to Virgo down. So whether you are prepared or not, and with the Tower card, I'll keep it real, it looks like you're not going to be prepared. The rug is being pulled out from underneath you. This situation, this instance, this person, this habit, whatever it is that you were stuck in, whatever it is that you're hooked into, whatever it is that you were set on, is about to shatter. It is about to crumble. It is about to get taken from you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And what I need you to understand, Gemini, is that it's happening because it is supposed to. So whatever you're trying to be in, whatever you're trying to do, it's not working because it's not supposed to. The longer you hold on to it, the more prominent this Tower energy is going to be. And this is not a light energy. This is a heavy, wild energy. When I think of the Tower, the best way I could put it to y'all is like Mercury retrograde on crack and steroids. So I mean, like, either prepare yourself and do this work, or prepare yourself, Gemini. You feel me? Last card that I have coming up, and the one I was trying to figure out, the one I have in your spread, is in the position of your soul message, and you've got the nature card. And you know, like a literal message is, yeah, go outside, maybe go on a hike, go put your feet in the grass. If you live by the ocean, go put your toes in the water, go lay on the sand, whatever. But the message here is, what I'm getting is like this nature and nurture message. So for you guys during the month of September, as I was saying earlier, the self is really the focus. I think it's really important for you to put your energy into doing things that are going to ground you, that are going to keep your zen, that are going to keep you feeling peaceful, because the energy that you are coming into is the furthest thing from that. So during the month of September, your soul message, your additional insight from this spread is, things are going to get wild, but you have to find a way to really keep your footing. I keep talking about that in this spread, so I think that is the main message for you, is to ground yourself. Ground yourself because, look, we just had a Pisces full moon. These waters is going to get real rocky, real murky. We got Virgo season happening here, so it's like real rocky. And then we also have Leo lunar cycle for the first half of the month, so shit's just up in flames for you guys during this month. And I hate to tell you that, but I like to keep it real with you so that you have the insight that can maybe help you maneuver through this month of September. And also keep in mind that we're ending the summer season. We are in we're ending the summer season, so we really are dealing with the energy of wrapping things up. And as you wrap things up, sometimes you get a little tossed in the sauce, and this is not a good time for you to be tossed in the sauce, Gemini. So ground yourself, Virgo down. Okay, Virgo down. and prepare for this tower. And the best way that you can do that is to start to let go of whatever it is that you really have your sights set on. And understand that just because you have to let go of one dream, one aspiration, one person, one situation, does not mean that something won't come along to fill that void. You just have to go through the motions and go through your healing. Before you know it, things will play out and lay out the way they're supposed to, and you will be in alignment with your highest good and the most positive version of yourself that you could be. But you like I said, sometimes you gotta go through the motions. Right now, Gemini, in September, baby, you will be going through the motions, okay? So with that being said, that is your spread. I hope it found you well. I don't know if well is the right word to use there. But with that being said, I do offer a spread that I call Find Your Zen. Find Your Zen. Y'all listen to Big Sean's new album. Zen the fuck out. Find Your Zen, okay? It is a spread in which I use my cards to look into and get insight into what's really causing your anxiety, really causing your stress, what's really weighing you down, and looking at ways in which you can start to release it and start to relieve it and start to heal. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can book that with me. My Etsy shop is linked down below. I plugged everything else at the beginning of this video, so we are good on that. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.